thinking about the right things. Switch up on my nigga for a figure, that's not like me. Baddie with a body in the lobby, she like nice things. She used to know me then, she like me now, that's funny timing. Eyes been on that prize, I copped that crib for that timepiece. I'm trying to see the globe and sell out shows until the flight leave. They wanna ride my ties, but they ain't even ride or die, please. But I've been short on time, been in the prime of my prime, easy. I said I never changed and leveled up, I guess I lied, yeah. Off that strain of potent just to feel like I'm alive, yeah. Mix that with that potion just to feel like I'm that guy, yeah. So know the one you talking to,
yes,
you
sir.
outside your line, yeah. Go against the tribe, you lose your... Let me not even say this shit. I just ran out of my patience. I just got tired of waiting and got here myself. Niggas want me to believe in the dream that they see for themselves and still doubt in themselves. They might as well light up the L. High top on 10 toe, drip retro. Talking major plays, hella high tech through the getro. Pin game, been petrol. Just set it in the flesh hole. Send a text mail to give a wet clothes. On the vapor wave to make a drip drip with the left lobe in the left stroke. Flex up. I'ma make plays, I'ma go long. Never look back so long. Yeah. Flex up. Shawty on 10, finna go up. Bring that to the crib, let me show love. Yeah. Flex up. I'ma make plays, I'ma go long. Never look back so long. I need a pay. Flex up. I need a tag, yeah. Shawty on 10, finna go up. Bring that to the crib, let me show love. Ayy, come from the pit, I'm out of the trench, my nigga, we. Look at the dread, my nigga, we ran, she all on my way. I never let them play me, but they claiming that they know my songs. I tell them quote the lines until I'm goated, bitch, I'm going off. Loyal to my soil and the culture, I'm that chosen one. I just gotta...
What is up, YouTube? What is up, guys? It's another episode of Coffee and Airsoft. I got my coffee, so let's talk about some Airsoft. Speaking of which, man, I got this good house blend that my wife got. Shit's super strong, super good, so I might talk a lot, but we will see what happens. Anyways, man, y'all know this one right here is going to jump off with me and Esmond. Esmond's going to jump on here in a little bit. He's handling a couple things, so we're just going to chit-chat about whatever. Y'all know what it is. It's going to be about an hour of just kicking it, man. Y'all know. So, anyways, man, Richard Perry, what's good? Glad to see you here. Always glad to see all of y'all here and y'all smiling faces. What's up, Phil? Retro Right. What's up, man? Glad to see y'all here, man. But no main topics yet, other than when Esmond kicks in here, he's got a nice little setup going on. I'm pretty excited for him to show it off. He's been working on it lately. Whole new little build. I'll let him get into that in a minute. Other than that, it's about, ooh, speaking of which, let me move my mouse over here somewhere if I can find it on my own screens. Esmond, can you hear me? He can't hear me. I'm sure he's adjusting what he's adjusting. Death Row Gaming, what's up? What's up? Yeah, I can hear you.
Yo, what up?
What's up with your camera, man? We gotta see you, man.
All right, I'm sorry. My computer just went through a was turning it on.
There it goes.
Hey.
Anyways.
Oh no. Right now I can't see nobody. I know I can see me just adjusting everything though.
Yeah, we always even on the podcast, even on this one, we got to stay consistently inconsistent.
Inconsistent. Fair enough. Yeah, no, I'm sorry if everyone behind me. My room is an absolute mess because I just got done putting this together. Like, just got done putting this all together. Done. The Black Dragon is done. And I'm super excited.
My mic keeps trying to play with me again. I'm not gonna move it.
And yeah, it is just, it's been a roller coaster. I will say that much.
Dude, hey, Esmond, Mason just commented, says he's gonna have to show off that Purcell Customs rail design. You know what he's talking about? You just froze. Well, y'all that don't know, man, they got a 3D printer, and they got this new rail design they've been doing. Pretty stoked about it. Hopefully we'll have some pretty soon. We'll see.
Yeah, a lot of people have been actually hopping on the 3D print trend, and
I told you, man. I was saying it with the high capper not long ago. I was like, dude, look, 3D printing is gonna be it's the new technology, bro.
well, see, at that point it was kind of too early for me. It had just hit the curve of everybody wanting to do it, and that I figured in the beginning stages there was going to be a lot of flaws with it. But you could say the same thing about a Euro grip. Those are 3D printed.
Yeah, they molded in ways, and it's scared to death to hit my mic, man. I gotta get me a new mic. It's Christmas time. Somebody get me a mic. It's Christmas. Come on. I know y'all tired of hearing me do this. Esmond, just throwing it out there. No, I'm playing.
Predator. As far as everybody else, I don't know. What I'm bringing.
Show it off, man.
That.
Tell me about it. I mean, I know you was here 10 minutes ago, but they wasn't. So let's. What you got going on? What is it?
All right. So base model is the G&G body, and then from that point on, I just kind of went crazy. F2 with a max and a 2021 Maple Leaf, the silicons. Ran it for this past weekend. I kind of like it. Seems more consistent on holding the shots exactly where I need them to go. I have tapped carbon fiber outer and Monk Customs carbon fiber outer barrel. There we go. Yeah, outer barrel with a 6001 inner barrel. So she's dialed in. And then obviously it's my Euro, it's my baby with the Polar Star regulator. I mean, this is kind of it. I mean, also black leaf trigger, just to that's all it is.
I'm jealous on that black leaf.
I'm like that's all it is right there. Just beep 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 beep, and it is knit, guys. It really is. It was a headache putting the trigger in, but it is.
It really is. I shot it a little while ago when he was here. He was here, 15 minutes ago, if that. 20 minutes ago, about half hour ago now. Yeah, he said, who was that? I seen a comment a second ago. Death Row Gaming says love the carbon fiber. Yeah, man, the carbon fiber builds are awesome. Anything that's carbon fiber. One of our teammates, Killshot, has a stock that's actually carbon fiber too. It's cool as shit. He has the rail. He has the same rail. I'm sure half of y'all have probably seen it. I just uploaded another video, so I got a carbon one too, but mine's got cut out on it. So super light. I love it, and that's why I went to this one. And that was one of my questions with that one. Is any tracer can any tracer be used in that rail?
Yeah.
Okay. Then you're on the plus side.
Like basically whatever fits. Oh, I'm looking at whatever fits in here. You can use it.
So you have the option of the. That's why something I was wondering about is the remember the BT tracer. It's thin for the most part, but then it has that ring where you tie it on the back. So I was kind of wondering if that would actually fit in there if a BT was optional.
Yeah. So like I said, whatever long as it's diameter smaller than what that is, it'll fit. Yeah. Which makes it a hell of a choice, to be honest with you.
And you got yours from Tapped?
Tapped. Yeah, I got mine from Tapped, and they're only about $100 for any size that you need.
That's not bad. Shipping and everything, I gave like $150 for mine. It was like $130 before taxes.
After shipping everything, I think I ended up spending like $105, $106, somewhere in that ballpark.
Yeah, it's not bad at all. And 10-inch, man. I mean, that's what I said earlier when he was here, is talking about the inner barrel. You can have a longer inner barrel now and get more reach with that one, opposed to like mine's got a 5-inch outer barrel, so I can have my tracer flush in there, but I'm not getting much inner barrel with that case. Right. But I mean, we play. I mean, majority of the time we're playing speed QB fields, so I mean we're not having to touch way out there.
Well, I just went with the 10-inch because I could have went with they have like I think a 7 and an 8 option, and I could have went one of those just to cut down on size, but it would have put me back in the position of I kind of like the idea of having my tracer flush.
I, I do too. I got the little adapter on mine, which brings it out just a little bit, but I don't know. When I had my speed cannon, I had the lighter
Yeah,
S in it, and I left it out maybe a quarter inch only cause so I could grab it to pull it out. Because other than that, you'd have to take the
right.
whole damn rail off to push it out from the inside, and that was a kind of a bummer. Um, but yeah, the speed cannons, man, are super dope. I really like them.
Man, my whole ordeal about the speed cannon was everybody got one. Everybody can say they got a speed cannon from Monk, and I was like, I don't get me wrong, I'm not disrespecting Monk whatsoever. I
That's
love Monk.
facts.
It's just I wanted something that wasn't everybody's first choice.
I like the slickness to it. It just looks different, and the carbon fiber I brought on, like the first thing was thinking the light weight to it. I mean, everyone knows carbon's light,
Oh
so
yeah,
it was just a plus side to doing it.
yes. I if you're doing a Euro build, you definitely want to go carbon. I mean, you don't have to, but you're sitting there, you're holding it, in majority time, like this.
Yeah,
And if you're front heavy with just nothing but metal and tracer, you're just kind of after a while you'll realize people will start to dip down and like having to basically arch up to bring their guns back to sight.
Death Row Gaming. I see you asked what Discord are we on. We're actually on a server that's called PBZ Podcast. We have a general channel where all of us are conversate, just general text. And then what we are on is the podcast live. This is the stream that we use for the live streams that we always do. Whether it's I'm just using it today on my channel at the moment, but we also use it on the PBZ channel every Thursday at 7:03 for the podcast we do out there. But I can put in the comments the server to the general chat if you'd like to come on.
There we go. Hopefully that's not too dark for y'all. Yeah, yeah. No, carbon fiber is definitely the way. And I've seen a lot of 3D prints now that I like, which is crazy enough to say. Like I said, what Steve was saying earlier, I was strongly against it in the beginning, but now I've kind of leaned towards more carbon fiber due to the simple fact that I mean not carbon fiber, um,
30 print.
3D print more to the fact of it's practical now.
It is.
Like it's more practical. It is you can actually get something 3D print and not worry about it breaking. 3 4 months, 3 or 4 months down the road.
Yeah,
You don't have.
I had that slide that Pops printed me and on the TM, and I really liked it. But they are getting a lot stronger, and I knew they would, man. I mean, technology is advancing in such the craziest ways, and 3D printing just seems. I mean, it's cheap, it's reliable. I mean, opposed to getting a machine. I mean, I don't even want to put numbers on that, but the general basis of being able to print about anything you can imagine, you know.
Yeah, no, it's unbelievable.
And I can't
Um,
think of who off the top of my head, but I know I seen somebody on Instagram not long ago that had a lower that was printed.
SG
Was it somebody off
Slaughter
SG?
Gang.
Oh yeah. That was it
Yeah,
Sam that had
Sam.
one? Yeah.
It was Sam off of Slaughter Gang. He had a 3D printed. I think I want to say hive and slotted body. If I'm wrong, I know for sure a hive.
I know that's it's gotten really good.
Who was it? I was looking at. There was a new guy. who hopped on the market not that long ago, and he was starting to. Dang, don't you wish you could go back to all the photos you liked throughout
You talking about
Instagram?
on Instagram?
Yeah,
Is it the guy that's making the glow in the dark rails and stuff like that? Is that who you're thinking about?
it's like there's a few people that I've been watching. It's him, which those are dope. Those are dope that you can get a glow in the dark rail.
Who was
My
it?
biggest my biggest worry would be being in a Speaky B game and it be too dark and you can kind of see where the
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, that's true. Um, I'm really curious to who that was now. I'm looking through here. I know they follow me, but I don't know. I don't remember the name.
Oh, dude, there's a few people that I've just been not gonna lie, I've been keeping an eye on just because they're coming out with some for sure different stuff.
See, I was wondering about that too. Is like I mean, I don't know much on it. I know if Spiffy's still watching, how well does it, you know, wait a minute. You say I think that's T1. Yeah, T1. It might be it. But yeah, how well does the different kind of filaments hold? So like, does a glow in the dark one like, is it gonna? If I hit it against an object, is it gonna break real easy? Just shred apart or what?
I think it depends on what grade you take or what grade of filament you get. If you get a stronger filament, I think it'll hold up better, but it
Sounds
might be
right.
more brittle. So you kind of want to get something in the middle. Um, another another place I was thinking about getting my
Take one for this.
while you're looking that up. Another place I was thinking about getting my outer barrel. I mean my outer rail and all that stuff was guy called Moss Customs,
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
and he does all his work himself. Shout out to Moss. And I've been looking at it. His stuff is very nice.
Infamous said he bought a 3D printed trigger and it snapped fast. I believe it. I know. I think it's Tapped as well that makes blade triggers and stuff. And I figured they were maybe 3D printed, but I wasn't sure. I never had one. We're not allowed to have one on Speed QB, so I ain't gonna change it back and forth. But that's questionable. Yeah, I'm not gonna share the screen over, but I will like pop it up to my camera. Yeah, it's Take One Airsoft.
Yeah.
So he makes some that are glow in the dark, 3D printed, and they seem to have a little Picatinny rail on it, and he's got some pretty boss ones for real, to be honest with you.
All right.
So he's banging against something, so it's pretty strong. Question is how heavy is it, and two
All right.
tone.
So I found the guy. Guy's name on Instagram is mad.design D3 design, and I'm kind of interested on how everything goes with his build. Like he's building his own version of a Euro grip. Like he has 3D printed slides, finger guards, triggers, slides, um, and they all seem to be holding up pretty well. And they're built to be pre-tuned. So like once you put it in the gun, once they once
Cerakote
you
it.
put it,
He's gonna ask you want to Cerakote your.
uh, maybe I'll hit you up in the comments. We'll talk about it. But he's designing his own version of the Euro grips, which I think would be dope. Just out of curiosity, just for something different on the market. But at the same time, you kind of run into that fear of, how strongly are they made,
Uh, Hudson asked, "Does he have a website?" Are you talking about Take One Airsoft? I don't.
or mad design.
Yeah, I'm not sure you're talking about on that one.
If
A
you
lot
are,
of
if you're
people are.
talking,
Go ahead.
if you're talking about Mad Design, he does.
A lot of times people will post their websites or links on their Instagram. Instagram's like everyone's like phone book these days, and it's like your self-advertising profile. So usually people have it in their bios, any links that they want you to send to. So
To an extent. Hudson asks, do you think gaming goes with airsoft? To an extent. You can,
are you referring
I
to like
guess.
Call of Duty kind of like? Seems like everything
That's what I
plays it.
would.
That's why I took it.
Yeah, I'm assuming he's talking about Call of Duty. I, that's the only one, or any first-person shooter games. To an extent, they do.
I don't hardly ever touch Call of Duty. I have it on my PC. It's a very rare occasion. I guess I'm just part of the little older generation that don't mess with a lot of games. Uh, I just don't get into it as much. Personally, I'd rather just go play Airsoft, but Call of Duty, I guess, is kind of like a way to play, in a sense, off the field, uh, more or less. But I mean, there's a shit ton of people that play Airsoft that play Call of Duty or Halo or whatever, fill in the blank. I'd still be cool with
Yeah.
playing Tony Hawk Pro Skater, PS1.
Um.
uh, Website, I don't know directly. You just had to look him up on Instagram.
Um. Yes. All right. I don't know if you've seen this, Steve, but Air Tactics came out with their paintball. Like I'm talking almost one-to-one design of a paintball gun.
For
Yeah.
Airsoft?
Yes.
Bro, pull it up on the screen. Like,
I don't.
if you can find it, like, pull it up on
That's
the
what I'm
screen.
looking for. Dude, where's it at? There you go. All right. So I don't have it. I'm gonna get it sent out. But yeah, they came. I mean, it's close. I mean, as close to paintball it can get as it can get. I will say that much. And I thought it was crazy. I really did. This is the first design that I could find
CRBN. Um,
and not having to.
let me, I'm gonna move that in a second. So we can see that.
Oh,
CRBN.
all right. I'm about to. There you go.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
That
the
one.
whole carbon upper. I was thinking that was what he was talking about. So AirTac Customs. Now Esmond, you can't see this, but I'm gonna pull it onto the main screen. They'll see it. I'm assuming this is what you're talking about. Is just this maybe this upper, and they got it on the ARP9.
That's not European. That's 5.56.
No, not what I'm looking at. This is an ARP9.
Oh,
You
well,
you
the
can't
one I
see it
got.
unless you're looking at the other side. Kill shot. What's up? First time I think I've seen you in the comments, bro. Yeah, these are
Uh,
super cool looking. Like they really are.
like
It's got a hole in it where you can adjust your hop up right there. It looks like it's got a max in there.
I don't know if you either one. Yeah, the one I have pulled up is the one that I see. I kind of liked. It's an all-in-one build. That one, the complete carbon fiber upper. Harrison has one.
Oh, I see. You got this one pulled now. No,
Yeah.
this one's a little different. What I was looking at.
Yeah. No.
The entire
Remember?
carbon. That's. All right, I got mixed feelings on this. And only because it looks almost too much like a Starship Trooper kind of airsoft gun. It's too curvy. I mean, that's great when it comes to females, but airsoft guns, I'm kind of more on the. I don't know. It's the grip that kind of, and right there over the hop up, it's just too curvy. Now I do like the indentions for the fingers on the front of the mag well. I mean, that's where I hold mine. I know a lot of people that hold right there. There's just something about it I just don't really care for.
I bet you once you held it, it'd be a different story.
That's true. It definitely could be. I'm wondering about the hop up situation being. Can you see the other side of it? Is that adjustable for both sides?
No.
So
no. I guarantee you it probably is, but the photos I have are just the one side.
So that right there is the opposite of any standard one. It's always on the right side. So that is different. So I'm assuming that it's ambidextrous only because you see it on the left side as well. And it looks like the mag release has one that's ambidextrous there as well. So
I mean, yeah,
I'm assuming it's there.
Okay. Ooh. Oh. That's neat. All right, so I'm looking at it more. I found more photos of it.
It looks like the Rocket Ice Pop. That's true. The colors to it are just. It almost looks too. I think the colors throw me off a lot.
Okay. Is there any way you could that whole front part, like circle that real quick, so people know what I'm talking about? Like that whole from.
Talking about the grip? You're not gonna.
No, from the tip of the gun to the hop up. Go circle that whole area.
All right.
So people know what I'm talking about.
So the rail and to the hop up?
From the hop up forward.
Okay.
That whole piece comes out.
Okay. So you can change your whole rail.
Like you unthread it off. The hop up comes with it. And it is ambidextrous.
Alright. Well, I guess that's. Yeah, yeah, I agree. The colors are bad. But besides the colors itself, it is different.
Oh god, y'all are really sitting here complaining about
that colors is horrible.
I'm sorry. Look, I'm fixing it right now. I'm about to pull up another one since y'all are complaining about the colors and not the gun itself. Yeah, you just can't please people anymore.
No, you can't.
Like I get a revolutionary gun and we want to sit here and the color's terrible. Sure.
Oh, you stopped sharing.
Yeah, I know. I'm pulling up a new one.
James, I see you in there. I can't hear you though.
Neither can I.
Okay. See that's a little. The colors are definitely better because I'm on train with the black and purple.
Yeah, no, I specifically pulled that one up just because for you.
Oh yeah.
All right.
That's mixing like hybrid for sure, paintball and airsoft right there together.
Oh yeah.
I mean, especially breaking it down like that and putting it in a box.
Now the only thing I don't understand is what that piece is that's off on the right hand side, in between the actual body and the barrel itself.
Talking about that small piece right there?
Yeah, that small.
What is that?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Anybody know what that is?
Yeah, if somebody knows what that is, yeah, let us know
Take
because
it
we're.
away. Yeah, I agree. Those other colors on the other one were just horrible. It did. It looked like ice cream. It looked like a rocket pop.
Is this more appealing for y'all? Now that I don't know. See me,
Predator said
okay.
if they would allow one to buy them and have them install the engine and internals, I'd keep one of these in the bag as backup.
Dude,
He said it.
that as a
Yeah. Somebody said it looks like a integrated tracer.
very well would be.
That's a good. That's good. That's a good thought. Very well could be that. Can you zoom in? What's that say on it?
Where?
On the piece that we think that might be a tracer. Yeah. That. What does that say?
It looks like RROTEK. That's about all I got.
I bet it's a tracer. I bet he's right.
It probably is a tracer.
With the tech part, I bet it's a tracer.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Predator says it's a tool that comes with a gun. I'm wondering I mean, it could be there that much too.
Yeah, we're just spitballing at this point.
Yeah, I have no idea what that
but
is.
Like, I have to agree with Predator. If I could buy it straight out and I tell them, hey, I want this, 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 and this in it, so I physically don't have to get into the gun, because that's not it's not going to break down like a regular M4. It's not going to break down like a regular rifle. I would rather buy it straight out and it has everything in it that I want, rather than trying to fight the headache and spending money on something that I'm not going to be able to use for like a month or two because I don't know how to put anything in.
I heard that. I gotta know how to do every detail to my gun, like every single thing.
I mean, yeah, over time, I would know how to do more stuff, but out the gate, I would rather not have to fight it.
How much is the gun worth? Did it say a price tag on it?
My phone just died. Sad days.
That's norm. Your phone dies, and I run out of gas when you get near me.
That is 100% normal.
Hell
yeah. Yeah. Gun itself, I'd roughly.
I like that case though.
The case is cool shit.
That is definitely. Gun itself, I'd probably say it's. You know what, Steve? You give a price. What do you think it's worth?
My guess, probably in the 14s. Because it's so customized, people will put time into things like that. That'd be my guess. Why am I vaping inside? Because I vape inside. It's my home.
It's his house. He'll do what he wants to.
Yeah, this is my home. I am the alpha and omega of this house.
And debatable.
Negative.
Until Rachel walks in.
Then she's the equal omega, not the alpha.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't know what that is in euros. He's got 1,075. So I don't know what that is in euros. That might be in the like 1,100s, 1,200.
Oh, that's up there, bud.
Because I know there's a slightly different than ours is. It's slightly cheaper. I think it's like maybe 80 cents on our dollar or something like that. 70-some cents on our dollar.
Say that for me one more time.
1,075 euros. Yeah, he says probably 1,200. That's my guess. Yeah, about 1,200.
It's 1,200 1200 and two 1211
$1,212.11 US dollars.
90 yeah 90 yeah 95 cents plus
So
yeah
1211 US dollars. I got the same message from you like 100 times there, Hudson. The same thing, man. Why are you vaping inside? Are you that upset about it? I have it like 8, 9 times on the feed. I think your enter button's stuck.
man. All right, so I don't know because like Infamous is right. A true monk build is $2,000 out the box. You know this 1200.
Well, the monks, I don't know, man. Like I can't justify. And I think I overheard Harrison talking about it yesterday that they only really do the splatter. That he was trying to get it Cerakoted or something like that, and then like they answered back. Predator might know more on that, but I agree. All of them look splattered. And don't get me wrong, Monk makes some solid builds. They look cool.
Oh, I'm okay.
They look awesome, but I don't know. I think it's just as good when you just take their grip and stick it onto your own gun. You know, I mean, if you want them to customize everything, great, but yeah, so 2,300. I can't justify paying that much for just one gun like that. I can't justify that.
Well, that's also true.
I just can't.
You still got to put the engine in that gun, which you still got to put an engine in the Monk as well.
Yeah, if you get one with that one, yeah. Yeah, without the engine, so 1,200 is still. I mean, I get it. I mean, they put time into them and stuff, but I don't know. See, I didn't even pay attention to one that they've done a solid paint job on. Predator said, yeah, splatter is easier to do than Cerakote. Yeah, I agree. You're paying for the name at the end of the day. I would agree. I would agree with him.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm not paying attention to a lot of other things out here.
I'm a toes. Popcorn bubble.
All right, so I'll pull it up.
So, hold up. I'm gonna just hop on Monk and like kind of build one. Whoa! All right, Hudson. Quick money breakdown. Yeah, Airsoft may seem expensive up front, but it's way cheaper than paintball. 100, like, no matter how you look, no matter how you look at it, no matter how you break it down, it's still cheaper than paintball. Especially if you go HPA. If you go HPA,
agreed.
In Airsoft, it's a lot of money up front, but after that, you're really only paying for air and BBs. You know, and maintenance on your gun is pretty much done on your own time, and it's like at most, like you can use at-home cleaning products to clean your inner barrel and stuff like that. Simple as that. Paintball, on the other hand, a lot more messy, a lot more money, because I think, what was the cheapest box of paint we found? $75 for 5,000, 6,000 bucks, something like that.
Play, so I don't ever buy anything.
Yeah, there you go. So
Yeah.
2K, so 2K of paintballs is $40 to $75. 5K of BBs is $20 to $30. Yeah, that is true.
You
That
buy
is.
once, you cry once. Yeah, I would agree. Yeah, like what Hudson said, where he said, all the cool stuff is expensive, and I agree, man. But it's, I mean, I get some people can't afford some stuff. I get it. I do, but I mean, it's gonna boil down to how committed are you to this hobby? How committed to you are you willing to spend? Like, I mean, are you willing to, if you got a job, are you willing to work extra hours to get this sort of thing? Do you have the patience for it? Um, so on and so forth. And for me, my entire life kind of revolves around it. So I spend a lot of money in airsoft, but it's worth it to me. So every little piece, things that I buy, things I do, it's completely worth it to me.
Yeah,
I
no.
mean, with me, I just don't see buying. I couldn't pay for a custom built that monk because I mean,
No, I can't do that
it's
though.
not worth it. It's not worth it.
No, I agree because when it boils down to it, I'm gonna get the same. I mean, like when I had my ARP 9 with a Euro Tactics ESG on it, like it looks close. I mean, it's not the same thing, obviously. I mean, if you'd have painted it and had maybe a skeleton upper from a distance, you ain't gonna tell the difference. But genuinely, I don't care because you're able to put your own custom feel to it. I mean, that's what I like about it is you build your gun around how you play, what you like about it. And like a video I posted earlier, it's like, why do I use what I use? Why am I using this? And that's something you learn trial and error as you play. So
Um, Hudson, me myself, I probably got about 13 or about $1,500 worth of stuff myself, and I'm one of the guys that I'm not out there all the time like them. I get to play when I get a chance because I do a lot of sports and all that. How much y'all got? That's what he's asking. How much y'all got in airsoft?
Let's see
if I'm
next.
playing airsoft, if I'm actively playing with all gear and everything, I'm carrying at least 1,400 just playing. That's gun, that's bags, that's tanks, that's mags, that's all of the above. It's usually what I'm carrying about everything.
If we're talking speed QB, yeah, it's like 1,400.
Yeah,
We're talking
my gun's
outdoors.
easy. Um, I don't know exactly, but I probably got 800 in that one. 1,000 with the tank and regulator and line,
Yeah, I think
or at least.
outdoor, I'm probably another 1,000. So I got 20, 24, 2,500.
Yeah, it's start adding everything up, but I mean carrying everything at one given time. I mean, but it's not just in the speed world. I mean, Milsim guys pay a lot to have what they have. I mean, gear ain't cheap.
Oh no,
It's
not one
generally
bit.
not. Um, but it's willing how much. I mean, and there's. I mean, it's not always about that too. I mean, you can find things cheaper on Hop Up, and now we was talking about earlier the 3D printing stuff. You can 3D print things, so on and so forth. The 48 Empire, hands down, or the 50 die for the tank. The 48, 4,500 is that's what I got. So I have a red line on it at the moment, but this is the small one. So it's a 48. This is what I used on my ARP a while back ago. Super small, but Esmond can argue differently. He's got a 68, and being he's a taller guy and longer arms, kind of works better for him. But for me, 48, compact.
68. For my long arm friends. so you can get an idea. I don't feel like picking all that up, but yeah, that's what a 68. And a 68 works for me, but I also have like 6 foot wingspan.
Yeah.
Like that's the issue there.
Them pops, oh my gosh. Who knows what wingspan he's got.
I see you over there
How
with that
many
little green screen thing you got going on.
how many shots you get out of that?
No, it's through Discord. It's not actually a green screen yet.
I don't know.
I don't have it up.
So out of mine, full tank, tune right. I'd probably go through 2. Last time I used it, I had 3 tank fills.
You
And
said,
I'm gonna.
Pedro asked how many shots you get
Yeah.
out of that.
Yeah, he was just answering. I think. God, that's gonna depend a lot of things. It's gonna depend. Your PSI, your dwell, what all you're doing. But it's really tuned, air efficient gun. Plus, it's gonna depend on. Esmond runs an F2. I run a Jack. He has a little bit better air efficiency than I do. So, kind of gonna depend. I know I would say average. I get. If I fill it to 4, I'm probably gonna get 3,000, 3,500 before I fill again.
that sounds about right. I'm probably in that 4 to 45.
I shoot a lot. I'm a trigger happy kind of guy.
Since me and Steve are more backline players, we have to shoot more. So that in those 3 fields, it's more be doing a lot of covering fire and giving frontline players enough time to get moving.
Retro Ride asked me, Steve, why did you switch from the HPA grip to the line grip? Actually, the biggest reason I did it, I did a video on it a while back ago. It was because SpeakyB changed the rules. And they changed from the mag thing. They did it first where they said, okay, well, you can only have 4 mags. And then a couple weeks later, they updated it to say, all right, well, you can have 1,000 rounds, however many mags it takes that. Now, I didn't make the switch from the ARP9 because the Classic Armies only carried 120 rounds in each one. And I carried like 11 of them. I had a whole belt going on there. It was insane.
Oh, yeah. Well,
but when I switched back to M4, I just wanted to go back to a stock for a little while. And I'm enjoying it. I like a stock. But I was kind of on the bandwagon of, at my field, I was definitely the first person with a Euro grip. So I'd already been rocking one for a while. At least in my area. And then a lot of people started picking up. But I'm cool with, I like either or.
NA has not announced any January SpeakyB tournaments, Predator.
Pedro, let you know, we're more CQB based if we go out to play that than Milsom. Yeah. And we're probably going to be, and on top of that, we're more speed than that.
Yeah, we play a lot more SpeakyB than we do anything else. And that's recently just picked up, really. 6-7 months ago, really started being consistent, non-stop SpeakyB.
Ooh,
Both.
That's a good question.
The guys that are from our area that are on the live stream, who's planning on going out the 26th to play? Day after Christmas.
I think I will. I was there last year. I'll probably be there this year.
Oh, I don't know.
Infamous asked, which was a good question. Do you guys prefer stock or using the tank as the stock? So if you're referring to the monks or just a regular stock, I think both both have their advantages. I'm just on a bandwagon right now. Like I like my stock again. Um, but I mean, I'd pick up a monk real quick and play with it. I really do enjoy them a lot. But I mean, I carry an Atom pack. It don't bother me none to carry it. The hose never bothers me. I mean,
Me myself, I've never really messed with the monk or the air tank being my stock. I prefer to have a stock myself, or if I can get one of the bastards, run with the bastard and had no stock at all.
the bastard, when we refer to the bastard, we call the bastards anything that doesn't have a stock on it, period. So if you have, let's say, like my G&G here, just take the stock off. So if you had like a red line in it or anything, or even putting your FCU still in your grip, running everything down here, just not having a stock. So it's basically a hybrid pistol slash rifle. I've never ran one. I don't really care to, but
Pedro, what length barrel do you recommend and why? All right, now this is a loaded question because we're all backline players.
Yeah.
We have longer length barrels and outer barrels because we're going to be reaching a little bit further than our frontline players. So, like right now, I have a 10-inch outer with a 7-inch inner barrel and outer barrel. So that allows me to play a little bit further, but I'm gonna be more standing up, and I'm not gonna be having to squeeze up to the barrier as much. Now, if I was a frontline player and I had to squeeze up a little bit more, I'd probably have a 7-inch, outer, probably a 6-inch inner and everything else, so I could squeeze up to my barriers a little bit more and be tucked in and not as exposed. So in that sense, it's all on the position that you play and all on the area that you're going to be mostly in.
runs back to why do you choose what you choose.
Exactly. Yeah.
Rivers asked about the snake at Shot Zone. Man, when we went, when the hell did we go down there?
Last
You talking
weekend.
about
August.
last weekend?
No, I meant before that.
Oh,
2 Saturdays ago.
No,
was it the same? No,
we went a couple months ago. It might have been a couple months ago.
it might have been a
Anyways,
month
first
ago.
time we went down there, I played the hell out of Snake. I really enjoyed it. This time they had it a little bit more loose, if that's the right word to kind of use. So it was fun to play, but not. It was a little off. I'm sure Ethan's gonna have it on point by the January tournament. So hey, if y'all don't know, any of y'all that don't know, Shot Zone in Martinsville, Indiana, January 15th. I think you have to pre-register before the 8th of January. Don't hold me to it, but let me give you an update on that. Big tournament going on, SpeakQB. If you haven't seen the inflatable videos or anything like that, y'all are on my channel anyway. So after this goes off, find one of the Shot Zone videos. You'll see what I mean. It's all inflatables. But January 15th, we're going to have a tournament there. I think if there's 22 teams, I think the offer still stands. Don't hold me to it. Might still be $1,000 prize for first place. If it's not the 1,000, it's under 22 teams. I think it's still 500. But it's gonna be a super cool pump tournament. We are gonna be there, both our A team and B team. Any of y'all that don't know, we play on PBZ. Me and Esmond. We've always played on A. Then we got James that subs for A. We got TJ that subs for A. And then we have a B team as well. Some of them guys are usually on our podcast. But PBZ, that's what team we all play for. Yeah, see, that's what I was thinking. January 8th is the deadline to register for the 15th tournament.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, Snake was kind of off over the weekend. Yeah, I heard y'all are coming, man. When we had Damo on here with us, he said y'all were going to be coming to the January 15th. tournament? Anybody want to answer that? James, you want to answer that?
Which one?
That message. Well, I was saying the message
Oh, I
that we
am.
just got.
I am.
Okay.
I'm taking care of that for us.
Cool.
I know a bunch of y'all don't get to see me much because of my sports and everything. As part of the team, I am still known as our manager. So if y'all do need to reach out, I know Steve answers a lot, but y'all can hit me up on Facebook or anything if you got any questions on the other side of stuff. I know our first shirts, I was the one that me, Steve, really sat down and tried to design that together. I was big push on getting our first shirts, which I was very happy with for being our first shirts.
I don't think I have a picture of our new one. Let me see if I do. I showed them the last one. I'm just gonna brag about them a little bit if I can find them. They look super cool. And shoot, I don't have them on this. I'll be able to pull them up. Yeah, we got a whole new look. We're getting rid of the green. A lot of guys know us as ones with green. So
Thank you, roofers.
we're gonna have a little bit. I'm gonna send the jerseys to the chat just so I can pull it up real quick.
The new one or the old one?
The new jerseys that are coming out, and everyone will see them, but y'all, because I'm gonna just pull it onto my screen.
They email you back yet? By the way,
Negative, not yet.
it'll probably be about midnight our time. That's about what time they're opening up.
Okay,
There's-
so y'all can see it on our screen here. On the screen, that's our new ones. So that's what we'll look like. Hopefully, we'll have these ready by the January 15th tournament.
I'm not seeing anything, Steve.
I know you're not, but the people watching can see it.
Oh, I got you.
Y'all have already seen it, so
No, they can't.
yeah, they can.
I'm literally looking right at.
And it's a few second delay.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Yeah, they can see it.
Dude, I am excited to get these. Like, I've been itching to get these.
Yeah, no kidding. These are a whole new look for us. Yeah, I already know before anybody says it, but black and gray is used a lot. And I know, I get it. We know.
And we don't care.
We
It
don't
looks
care.
good.
It looks really good.
We were all ready to push away from the black and green.
Yeah.
We were kind of doing the black and green in the beginning because of the whole us being partly Milsum, and Milsum, they use black and green a lot. Now that we mainly can focus on speed, we're ready to go to the black and gray. I mean, rocket big time.
Yeah, and we have some Milsom guys on there on the team. A lot of guys don't. A lot of y'all that probably don't see them as much, just because well, I ain't gonna say unfortunate. It's the wrong word to use. We just have different worlds. There's a couple of our players that are they're just more Milsom guy. They're just not into the speed QB as much. But the majority of us, which even some of the speed players on B and stuff like that, like to still play the Milsom things. I don't. I'm just not a Milsom guy. I just don't particularly care for it. It's just not my style. I like CQB, speed QB type play. I just do not like the Milsom vibe. I just don't.
Esmond, you're looking at possibly going down and play at Iron Horse, though, aren't you? Just for the experience.
Yeah, just out of curiosity.
I know whenever all the guys came from SS for our 8-year reunion, a couple of them were saying, Gary and them were saying that they were planning on going just to kick in the doors with their pistols and sweep the buildings.
Just
So
saying.
you might be able to meet up with them and do that.
I have like a whole outdoor / indoor Speed QB Milsom gun that I have hanging on my wall that I will gladly ransack through a room with.
Yeah, the new changes. Oh man, I think everybody has their opinion on that. Yeah, definitely without. Yeah,
because
go ahead. You get your opinion.
I say without because one I say without for two reasons. One, Europe's been doing it for the longest time, I kind of seen it coming. If anybody in SpeakQB is anything, you watch Europe and you watch how they play, and you know, rules state if you want to be the best, you got to beat the best, and the best right now. I mean, you can hold me to it, but the best right now all sits in Europe. You know, they have the best gear, best equipment. You know, their league is set up better. I mean, they have a better setup for SpeakQB, and the best teams so far stand out in Europe. And they don't feather. You don't see anybody on second to none or Legion, you know, sitting around doing this. No, they're tucked in there, either their index finger or their middle finger, and are laying it down.
Yeah, I agree with that. I don't care for the feathering. I was glad they let it go.
I was glad that it went because I mean, you see too many that are just, and it's like you're not. All you're doing is spraying and praying, hoping you're hitting somebody, than doing some actually leading out.
Which is fine, and then when we boil down to it, there's actually tactics to it. So if I have a snake player that's running up snake, and I'm covering him, so let's say snake's on left side, on breakout I take left Dorito. My job is to cover him, to push up, allow him to push up. So yeah, like even in what James is saying is I'm just spraying and praying. I agree with that. I am shooting, but I'm giving cover because he's not going to stick his head out while I got 40 BBs heading down his way. So that allows my snake player to push up even more and catch the shot off where he needs. So there is tactics to it, just like in the sense of an airsoft field if we're playing outdoors. LMG guy, what is his job? Cover our ass so we can push up, so we can get where we want. It's basically the same thing. Now, granted, we all kind of tuned our triggers a little bit different, just so we can kind of shoot a little faster. But any of y'all that don't know on the rules of that now, your hand has to be holding this grip at all times. So if you don't know what feathering was, it's literally taking your hand off, and you could rock that trigger as fast as you wanted. That's no longer in there, and I appreciate it more. It makes you think a little bit harder and strategize a little bit better and play a little bit smarter, and there's a lot more skill to it. So I think it's a plus.
We would probably love to do a Europe trip, but there's some reasons that possibly that's not possible. And I will not bring why, but that's just one of the things with our team. It'd be really hard to get everybody.
Yeah, I have no problem spreading my business sometimes out there. I'm a convicted felon. A lot of places I cannot go. So if there's a game in Canada, count Steve out. I can't go. I have a pass. And not to mention, it's 2021. I know I'm going to time out in a second. It's 2021, and too many people like to... Now, I'm not going to say the word because it's YouTube, and it does listen to what we say, so I'm going to say the jab. I'm not jabbed, if that makes any sense, if you're picking up what I'm laying down. Some countries would not allow you into the country without that. And my bodily autonomy, I choose not to do that, so I may not be able to go. That and being a felon. Some countries will not let me in.
Now, were you doing a timeout, or are you throwing a technical?
Throwing a flag. Flag on play.
Both.
I party foul in the government.
Yeah, big party foul. I'd love to step on the SpeakQB field in Europe. Would I most likely get creamed? Yes.
Give yourself more confidence in that.
Would I? Most likely. Would I win one? Oh yeah, for sure. I'd win one. I'd probably win a few, but would I win the day? No. Would I still continue to keep going on the SpeakQB field? Because, again, it is against the team that I've never played, who most likely has better equipment than me, and probably practice 3 times a week. Yeah, I'd keep doing it because the more that, and this is a lot of people what people don't understand. The more that I lose, the more that I learn. I'm gonna say that again one more time so you can get it. The more that I lose, the more that I learn.
Oh yeah.
And like some people are probably sitting there like, what do you mean? All right.
You froze. It's one of them times you're learning.
He learned he needs better internet.
Yeah, I mean it'd be awesome though, man, to make a Europe trip to I mean whether it's 2022, 2023, 2024, sometime we are definitely going to go out to California at some point cuz I want to play Tax City so bad.
Yeah. Same here.
So it'll happen one day. We don't have anybody that's sponsoring us to that level to just fly us out there or anything like that. So we would be driving it. We would be paying for that overall. Yeah, I agree with So he's piggying off Esmond. He said, facts of people losing is bad, but you learn from your mistakes. Absolutely. Hell, when we first started playing SpeakyB, I think our very first one, 18 teams, we finished in 5th out of that. And we didn't even win one until September. It was a bunch of trial and error learning what to do, how to play, a little bit different. And, I mean, hell, but there's humility to losing, especially out at just a regular airsoft field. If we're at ours, I mean, we've lost challenges before. We've done things like that. But at the same time, we usually don't care to lose an objective. If we're playing bomb or something like that, we will play our whole PBZ, like, try to play everyone. Like, we don't care to lose the objective. It's fine.
We may go win it one time, then we'll be like, this is boring. Steve gets tired of sitting in there with the bomb.
Yeah. I don't like sitting still at all.
But yeah, I mean, the whole idea of losing, I'm trying to make it where I can more make it to the tournaments for them, where I can video us a little better and get more video for us to watch ourselves. Because, I mean, you learn from watching yourself too. If you got an extra guy on the team, make that their goal with that. They are there to video and make it where they can show you the feed later where you can be like, oh, look, we did this at this place. Let's try this next time. I know that was a big trial and error that we did at the beginning, wasn't it, Steve?
I didn't catch any of that. I dealing with myself.
Oh, us videoing each other where we could watch each other, watch it afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't done that in a while.
Brady, I see you hopped in here with us, man. It's always a pleasure.
I'm back.
Good. And that was one of those humbling moments for you where you lost on that one. Let me...
It was a learning moment. Learning.
Let me address real quick.
Which
Pedro
one?
said, I play for the competitive fun. I don't care if I win or lose. I'm just there to have fun and meet cool people. And ain't that the truth, bro? Like, all of our team is in that same scenario, bro. Like, when we go to Nashville or anywhere we choose to go, we are completely cool with losing. I don't like losing to certain scenarios, but I'll leave that be. But the overall, that is our thing, man. Just to vibe with all of y'all. Like, what we do it on the podcast or whatever it is, we just interact with people. That's what our entire podcast is just to vibe with people. Just to do this right here. Meet cool people, talk about airsoft, because y'all have the same common things that we do. I like shooting people with plastic. I like to have fun. It's only business when the horn blows, and after it's over, we're homies again. And I'm all about supporting other people, to watch them come up. I have no problem with people that play better than me, anything like that. I have no issue with it. It's just strictly have fun, shoot each other, vibe with other teammates. You know.
I mean, no, yeah, yeah. Like before we even entered our first BQB tournament, I mean, we were just always, homies that met up on Saturday that played.
Yeah.
And then I really wouldn't call it the business side of it because I really don't even consider it business half the time. Like half the time we're in competitions, I kind of forget that we're there for competitions. I get overly excited about Saturday with the guys again.
Yep.
To the point where I forget, hey, I'm here to actually try to compete and get up on the leaderboard. Like not completely forget, just enough.
Yeah.
Just enough to where it's like, shoot, there's actually a point to this. I'm not supposed to just, run out there and tag out as many people and go to the respawn point.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, we're all adults playing with toy guns. That's exactly it. And it's fun. It is a lot of fun.
Um, hell, that one weekend, of HTK, yeah, the HTK weekend. I think all of us forgot, we had a at-home life.
That's
We
facts.
had to get back there.
Yeah. Get caught up in the moment. River said I learned a lot. Weirdly, for Snake watching Cujo and Brady, even though they play completely different games. Brady is on here. I know y'all can't see him, so on y'all screen he's the bottom left corner. That's Brady. Brady's a hell of a Snake player. That dude is a beast at Snake. Yeah, I'll get behind Brady 100% as a Snake player. Cujo is a monster at Snake. If you don't know who Cujo is, he plays on Slaughter Gang. He's super dope dude, man. He's really cool. But he is a hell of a Snake player as well. Y'all can find him on Instagram as well. Matter of fact, I like him so much, I will actually post him in the comments. Like, y'all go give this man a follow. Actually, Brady, I follow you too.
Now, Cujo is a demon. I'll say Cujo's good behind home. He is. He's always has been. But as soon as they made him play with a pistol on Snake, it was like a whole new world had opened up.
Yeah.
If y'all haven't watched Cujo video, he doesn't play with a high capital. Shocker. He plays with a Glock. And for my Speedy Boys and Snake, y'all, you're either playing with a tricked out short M4 or you're playing with a high capital. He's playing with a slightly modified Glock that, in my opinion, can perform right up there with some high capitals. I'm not gonna say all, because there are those people who spend like $2,000-$3,000 on high capitals that are just ridiculous.
Houdini.
Houdini's got badass. Oh my gosh, that thing looks good.
He just got some more parts in.
Yeah, I think he was in a chat earlier. He talked about. I think he just got the new LA Kappa short stroke kit in it too. Jacob said Glock.
He's always been doing that thing.
Which shout out to LA Kappa. If you shop LA Kappa, use PBZ as a checkout code.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it ain't much, but it helps us.
Yeah, but yeah.
Where is his pistol? He's been sharing everything else but his pistol.
I think he had it on Instagram.
I'm on his Instagram right now.
As a story thing, I think, where I saw it today.
Yeah. Yeah, here's So that's the short stroke kit from LA Kappa. I didn't know he already had the M adapter.
Who?
The M adapter. That's right
Who
here.
has it?
From Monk. It's called it. That's Houdini.
Oh, I didn't know he got that either.
So. Oh, I said this right here. Yeah, you can't see it. I'm sorry. I
know what it
forget.
is,
Like, I
said-
pull it over to the screen so people can see it, but.
Are you showing where he's showing the mad love to LA Kappa? For the fantastic. Yep.
Yeah.
LA Kappa actually showed his photo on theirs.
Oh, no doubt. He's got a solid build, man. He's put a lot into that.
Beautiful pistol.
Let y'all know LA Kappa will be restocked with cows tomorrow at noon. So if you're looking for some cow, hit them up at noon tomorrow.
Well, I know this.
Well, we were talking about some of our Milsim guys in the chat. PBZ Chrome 3 is one of our Milsim guys.
He is.
And
I'll be a Milson boy again soon.
Don't
he
do it.
actually shot. He's the one that shot the tacking into a kid that banned tacking at ACS. The
Poor
kid was
kid.
fine. The kid was fine.
Poor guy.
Scarred
Hey,
for
he
life.
took it like a champ though. Guys,
Yeah, here's Chrome's channel if y'all want to see that video.
he's one of our Milsim guys.
Yeah. So he's in the chat.
Pedro's wondering, did we go over the builds on our page? The one, I guess the ones that you were asking about the other day.
That's gonna be Thursday,
That's going to be on Thursday, Pedro.
I believe.
Oh yeah, you talking about from the East Coast group? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's Thursday. That's not on this one. This, I mean, if you caught the difference, this is actually on my personal channel. This is not on the PBZ channel. So unfortunately. Okay.
Oh, did you give me a Christmas gift?
Sure.
I just saw it come through the screen.
The PBZ. I mean, if y'all want to see that, the gun review thing, y'all can come over to the other channel. I'm not gonna say the other channel, but our team channel. I'm gonna share it right now in the comments. So yeah, we'll be doing gun reviews there. We do a podcast every week there. Some of y'all should know. There's 12 of y'all in here. Most of y'all probably know if you've been following me. Somebody can't talk. Posted in the comments. So y'all make sure you come over there, show us some love on that channel. And it's right there. That's the channel for the PBZ. So that's the team channel. I do a It's consistent podcast more than anything. I don't post really any videos on there hardly anymore. There's a few of us, but it's mostly just consistent podcast.
Consistent of being inconsistent.
Consistently inconsistent, yeah.
Don't worry. Hashtag 703.
That's right. What's in the bag? That makes me think. Have you ever seen that movie Seven with Morgan Freeman and Ben Affleck? The end of the movie. What's in the box? Some of y'all might catch that. What's in the box? What's in the bag though? I don't know, but it's Christmas, you know. It's not for me. It's not for me.
It ain't no Airsoft stuff.
No.
Dude, I gotta say, having this black leaf is a game changer.
Not
Oh,
bad.
you got it working?
I got it in and working, and I'm ecstatic.
Brady, you coming Saturday or Sunday to play?
No, I will not be there.
Oh, I think you have Tristan's rig too in your truck.
I do.
That
I have
sucks.
his entire setup.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Somebody might have to run by Union City to grab that.
That sucks.
Yeah, he texted me. He's like, "Bro, I think I left all my stuff in your truck." I was like, "Yep, you did."
Brady, if you want to meet up sometime, I'll be heading down to McKenzie throughout the week. I could probably meet you sometime because I plan on going up on Sunday.
Don't matter.
Leo, somebody asked about your camera.
It's just off.
Sure.
What camera?
Guys, just
Tristan's in the comments too.
Kristen, do you need me to get it for you?
Tristan, I'm gonna sell it on Hop Up. All right, we'll split it.
You can buy it back. That's how you get it. It'll ship it to you.
Yeah, I'll ship it to you.
all right. There we go. How's that?
No, we're all
Breaking
side-
on it.
Huh?
We're gonna have neck cramps. You're sideways.
Does that fix it for you?
Yep.
Hey! All he does is sit over there and act like he's shooting people.
Yeah. You know what? You're
I
right.
take that offensively.
We're trying,
Right.
to,
You do that all the time.
they're trying to shoot me.
I do it so often too. I can't blame him. I'll be sitting right here and literally will just sit here and watch videos and just switch hands over and over. Just do it. Bing. Yeah, it's all too common. Anybody else like actually do that? Like, not even be shooting.
No,
anybody
we're
else?
probably the
We
only
do it all the time.
we're probably the only ones who do it, and that's probably why we're so familiar with our own guns. Just saying
Me,
that
most
now.
of the time, I'm just making
It was
sure.
Brad Pitt. Yeah, Richard caught it. He knew what it was. He's seen the movie. I probably won't be there Wednesday.
I won't. I'm working. When you get off, Steve,
What's up?
when's your vacation start?
Wednesday's the last day of work, so it's Thursday through Monday or through Sunday, and then the same thing again the following week.
Yeah, I probably won't do anything till the shot zone tournament.
I'm pumped about this tournament, man. I hope to see some guys up there, man. Especially some of y'all in the comments. Hopefully y'all can make it up. It's in Martinsville. Like I said, you can check out I got a couple videos of it, of the field. Y'all make sure y'all get up there and play it though, for real. Richard
It's a
says he does it
drive,
all the
but
time too. So
I'm about to shorten this up.
you just take that rail off, man. I got a different rail. I got a PTS one to put on there or something.
You can't. This is a special rail setup with this freaking rig.
Oh,
Hang on, let me turn this graphic thing off and I'll show you.
I completely forgot about getting that gearbox from you.
dude, I did too. I didn't even think about it until when you just said something. My bad.
I
When I see you, just remind me right before I see you. So I guess if it's the tournament, then I'll bring it. Yeah, hey, Phil. Yeah, Phil is agreed to be on the podcast this Thursday. Now, I ain't said nothing about it yet as a post anywhere on Instagram or anything like that, but Phil will be joining us this Thursday as we do a gun review for the East Coast PQB group. So we're going to learn a little bit on Phil, who he is, so on and so forth. Where's he play? Who's he play for? Yada, yada, yada. So y'all make sure to tune in Thursday on that channel. And you'll like it.
See, it's got them grooves in it. I've got to twist it on, twist it off. It ain't like normal.
Mine threads on, but
Oh, does it? On the inside?
mine threads on. Like let me see the. Oh, yours is. Is that a male right there with threads?
Yep.
Then yeah, that's probably mine. Threads on. That's what this does. Oh, it's on there pretty tight. So yeah, threads just like that.
Yeah, but I've got to shorten the barrel on it too, because this barrel's a special barrel too. This gun's all kind of wonky, so I'm thinking about shortening it down to. Hang on, let me get this twisted down. To about right there.
So you gotta make it shorty for real.
Oh yeah, because
You like mine then.
I'm just. I don't see me having that much length being able to play speed with this if I use it in speed.
It's
Nice.
possible. That SSG1 is pretty long that I use. I don't see how some people use it.
Either way.
I got it. I have to knock everything around in here.
We'll try. Real quick.
But
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Richard Perry and Phil are going as backups. Which team you play for again, Richard?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Phil's gonna be on with us with the
There we go.
podcast Thursday.
What team are they?
I forgot. I forgot the name of it. Played down in Nashville.
Well, it's been a while since I've been down there too, sadly. I stay so freaking busy, it's ridiculous. I've already blocked off the 15th to go up to Shot Zone.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun.
I just wish Nashville would do what Shot Zone's doing. It'd draw a lot more teams.
Do what? Like the money thing?
Yeah, you offer cash, a lot more teams will start showing up.
A lot
That's
more
what
problems.
SS. A lot more cheaters.
Yeah, a lot more problems show up with it too.
Oh, I
Yeah.
agree with that.
I mean, you saw Cujo's video. People were shaking so many hits. SS.
I haven't watched that one yet.
There's a lot of shakes. I will say that much.
There's a lot of shakes. And there's a lot of refs there watching them shake it. And they're like, yeah, whatever.
See, and that's where the standard needs to be changed. Is the ref.
I do want to play at a field, though, that has a plexiglass, so I can just stand there and mess with everybody. That would be me.
I don't know how I'd feel about a plexiglass being there. Knowing a guy, I can see a guy, but I physically can't shoot him. It makes me mad.
Team.
I would just go there.
That's right.
Team High Hopes. Nice. Go get some more coffee, or did you get more monsters?
Negative. I actually drank my coffee. I'm gonna be wired for a while, and I'm working on a monster. I have been for like 3 hours.
You drinking coffee this late?
A coffee it has to be with this, because that's what I like about this is I wanted to make this specific stream coffee and airsoft. So I'll enjoy the coffee whether y'all want to have coffee or not, and just stream. It's the one time I've used Discord so far. It's probably not gonna be consistent normally, because I wanted Esmond on with us today, and I'm so glad y'all jumped in here with us. But normally it's just gonna be my camera, just me for the most part. But I might start doing that on this channel too. Might start doing little guest on here where I could bring them personally onto this channel and kind of go from there.
I'm
Esmond, you
surprised
still
having your
talking to
camera on
DJ?
didn't mess up Discord.
So what?
You still talking to DJ much anymore?
Here and there. What's up?
I messaged the other one I've got out there, trying to still see about them come to our podcast.
Ooh.
Uh, they
Ooh.
well, I haven't talked to him recently because they were busy with the whole West Coast tournament thing, whatever else they got planned. So
Yeah, that's why I haven't messaged them. I've been busy, and I was like, I'm just sitting here right now. I'll message him really quick and ask him.
I think the big thing on theirs is time difference.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they're 3 hours different than us. That's the reason it'd have to be a special cat podcast for that group
Oh yeah.
for us to meet up with them. I don't know. I think that refs should not be allowed to ref if they are associated to a team in the tournament. I agree with that, roofers, but if you can get true officials, it does make a difference because sadly say as me as an official, I'd probably be harder on my own team than I would anybody else. And they know I would, don't y'all? I'd be yelling at y'all more than anything.
Yeah, there's something though. I gotta agree with this. All right, and I was talking to Ethan about this. I'm sure he won't mind me bringing this up, but talking about even we can say, say PBZA is reffing, PBZB comes on. Yes, I agree that we'll be a lot harder on B, but no matter if you're harder or lighter, it's still biased. No matter what, it's still biased. So I would agree with something that he was talking about, just having nobody that has any ties to it whatsoever. They don't benefit from any team winning. They don't in any kind of basis. So that's what I like the idea of. Because I don't know, man. Like I said, it's biased in either way it goes, and I don't like that. And I don't want any at all. Like if A is PBZ A is reffing something and B plays and then B wins, and then somebody can holler the whole, well, B let them or A let them slide. They wouldn't pull them or nothing like that. Like I don't even want that on the menu to even say at all. Keep it off the table completely. So you cannot holler,
I know one thing is if you do got a group that you do got a ref out there that is part of a team, they are not to be the ones to watching them off the line. They should be mid, because if the back line gets killed, them backline refs are going to watch that mid too. So if they're not calling right, and me coming from as an official, I do officiating from baseball, summer college baseball, high school soccer, high school basketball. To me, if I see a official cheating, I'm calling them out.
Yeah.
Because that's wrong in all get out. Because a ref should not cheat for anybody, because you are making the statement, I'm here for the teams and the teams to play better and get better. Not to sit there and let them, oh, what? He got hit? Nope, I didn't see it. Because I have seen that personally. I know our whole group watched it one time, and we were not happy.
No.
I don't think anybody would in any sport would be happy about it. So
I think all refs should be neutral completely.
Oh yeah,
Have no affiliations.
But that's hard to do. They've done that in Europe. I do know that because I was talking to Demo and everything when we were at up at HTK for the regionals, and they said in Europe they have officially made a group that is nothing but officials. They have no ties to any teams. They do not play any. They're nothing but associated with officials there. So that would be something great to get out in the United States if we ever can.
They're so organized over there.
You know what's kind of crazy? And
What?
it's probably about to go berserk in the comment section.
Oh shit.
Oh, why not? Listen to me now.
Here we
Why
go.
not get Mill Simmers as refs?
I mean, they did that
Oh,
at HCK.
whoa, wait, listen to me now. No ties to any team. They know what to look for in a BB hit. You gotta think about that. Because if you
They
pull
know the
somebody
sound.
random, they know the sound and they know what to look for. Because if you pull somebody random off the street, they're not going to know what to look for or what to listen for. And name one state that a mill simmer isn't that there isn't a single mill simmer in.
It could be definitely a good idea. I'd agree with that. As long as they're fair milsimers.
Like, yeah, you would have to obviously find somebody who would be willing to actually sit down and watch a Speak UB tournament. But at the same time, yeah, I mean, it gives the ability to have a coalition of refs across the United States. Like you're guaranteed you can go to a state and you could probably find 100 mil simmers, and out of that 100, you might be able to pull for sure 10 to 15 refs that you need for a tournament, so you can swap them in and out. You know, the same refs not standing there the whole time and everything else.
Yeah. There could be an East Coast and West Coast leagues, kind of like basketball. Well, I mean, we kind of had that. We had what Rupert said in the comments. He said, "I really wish that there could be an East Coast and West Coast leagues. Then, kind of like basketball, have tournaments at the top of the teams each side. Only problem is teams can't. Only problem is teams can travel for this or can't. I don't either or. Um, we kind of had our East Coast tournament back in. That's what we had in Marysville. Kinda. It was an East Coast finals tournament. So basically, the best of the best out of Atlanta, HTK, and Nashville came out to compete. So that was our East Coast. But I know what you mean of us playing West Coast. I'd love to play the West Coast. I do. I think there's a lot of shit talkers in West Coast. I think they undermine us over here on the East Coast a lot. I think a lot of them would have a rude awakening playing us, and I think there's a lot of us that would have a rude awakening playing some of them. Um, but it'd be bragging rights. But I think if it was like that, unfortunately, I feel like it would be held over there on the West Coast. So if we wanted to play them, we would have to go to them. So the traveling thing would be kind of hard. But I would love to play some West Coast guys.
Plane tickets ain't cheap.
Love
Shoot. Hopefully we can get a bus by then. We can just bus it.
I'd like to see a
Yeah,
lot
you
of teams go
gotta-
too, but like that's unfortunate, and which sucks too, man, because we have, I mean, Shot Zone is right there with HTK at the moment. Um, love the inflatables. I hope to later see hard structures there that they can do. Inflatables are cool. They're great. They're so unique. Um, I prefer hard structure more, but Shot Zone doesn't shape its existence around me. So if we always had to play inflatables, that's I mean I'm game. But HTK and Shot Zone are definitely, and plus they're so close. HTK would, in my opinion, would be the better choice at the moment, being it is hard structure. It's on big old court. They have everything set up, so on and so forth. To have it played at again, uh, but we'll see. Hopefully, we'll see that later on. I mean, I hope to eventually see like leagues in that sense of saying, all right, like semi pros who's playing pro, because I I don't know about y'all, but I've seen airsoft videos where people's like pro, murders noob, like just fill in the blank, whatever you want. But he's just calling himself a pro airsofter, and it's like, how do you qualify who is pro airsoft?
Exactly.
We still can't really come up with a consistent answer of that, of saying, well, who's a pro? And we can use things like saying, all right, well, say somebody from a team goes out there and uses like a rental and still does the same thing. All right, well, granted, you got skills there, but it's not just a pro division. When you think of like pro teams, there's no like pro, like as in team wise. You can have pro fighters that's solo, things like that. But like thinking of team leagues, it's a team that's pro. They don't just pull one player out and say he's a pro, the rest are amateurs. No, the entire team, like a pro basketball, pro baseball, pro hockey, the team is a pro. So if they would give us that division of saying, okay, well, what ranks you to say you were pro? We don't have that answer yet in any kind of way. And you don't
I
have a
agree with
semi-pro.
that.
You don't have none of that right now. Like no divisions, none of that.
Not
Like
yet.
not yet. I think in due time it'll come. So it's like, well, what?
It'll be like paintball.
Yeah, and it's not necessarily saying, well, okay, well, let's say Saturday for the boys, they won the East Coast BQB group or team finals. So it's like that's the highest ranking thing we've had over here on the East Coast so far. So it's like, are you to say they're a boss team? Garen, if you're in here, y'all are a boss team. Your snake player is a beast. Y'all are a beast. But what I'm saying is, will we qualify as saying, okay, is Saturday for the boys like the only one what you would consider closest to pro being they won, or would you count like your high? I mean, because to get there, you had to you had to qualify to get there. So then you got there. You know what I'm saying? Like, so when do you count? Would you count them all, or was it a pro tournament? Was it a pro? How do you count that? Are those the pro players? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how do you do that?
I agree with you 100% there. I mean, until they make a league of saying these are what's deemed as pro. This is your semi-pro. This is your kind of like college. You got NAIA, you got JUCO, you got um, Sun Belt, you got D1, D2, D3. Until we can get that put out, it's never. You can't just claim yourself as a pro.
Agreed. Agreed.
I mean, compared to y'all, I'm still considered a noob. But even though I'm on y'all's team, I could be like, oh, I'm pro because I'm on this team. No, you're not pro. I'm just a wannabe airsofter. Have fun. Go shoot BBs.
Don't be hard on yourself, James.
Oh, I mean, I can hold my own. I know I can, but at the same time, I'm not the best out there, and I know it.
Well, that's why it's kind of that's a good. I see it eventually coming because airsoft is growing so much, and I would love to see it grow over here on the East Coast more. Yes, I'd definitely love to see CQB, SpeedQB grow. I could care less if Milsom grows; it's going to do it. It's on its own. I'm not a Milsom player, so I could care less. But it will grow as well. It's already grown so much. There's a lot of Milsom players, but I just want to see speed grow more than anything. Personally, I think, and somebody can argue me in the comments all they want. I think that speed and CQB takes a lot more competitiveness and skill. I'll say it all day long. But at the same time, just to see it grow, I think it will in due time. I think, 2024, 2025, we're going to really see a higher level.
Bill, I see where you're coming with that, with the whole pro means paid to insert with this, but now with the whole thing with college now, you really can't call pros because they get paid. Because I mean, they had a football kid in um, college this year before he even stepped on the football field. He done made over $1 million on his name alone.
Yeah, so you're talking about like merchandise and things like that, or is that what you're referring to? Just his name is getting out
That's
there.
how he.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was $1 million before even his first year in college.
yeah, or yeah, I could see that, and even things like YouTube and stuff. There's people that have. I mean, you're literally there's a lot of airsoft players that are getting paid off YouTube. You're literally going to make money off them. So guys that have 500,000, a million subs, things like that, that YouTube pays you. They literally do. I mean, so when you have like YouTube Premium and you're paying for YouTube Premium, that kind of money goes into sort of things. So if you have a random commercial in your video and things like that, those little ads and things like that, or somebody's advertising something, they're getting paid for that.
Phil, with the whole pro being paid, yes, your pro players get paid, but the only trouble with airsoft becoming pro as paying the players, your team would have to become franchised in a sense. And I don't know. I know for sure. I can speak for myself on our team. I would not like to see a franchise. I don't mind people being say, "Hey, we're going to sponsor you," but I don't want to be considered franchise because whoever franchises you can then be like, "Oh, I don't like these guys. They're gone. We're going to find some other people from the other side of the country." So
Yeah,
I mean,
AdSense pays the bills. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I mean YouTube literally pays people to do things like that. Now, okay, let me ask y'all this question. Being I hate that Esmond just popped out here, so he's not going to answer this question. Uh, let's say logically, what if here I'm gonna wait. Esmond, can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm back.
Logically, if anyone, let's hypothetically, what if somebody ever said, "Hey, I want to buy the PBZ team. I want to be the owner of this team." Lakers are owned. The Knicks are owned. Clippers are owned. All these teams are owned. Tennessee Titans are owned. All these teams are owned teams. Not by not
Right.
necessarily months of people, but there's people that buy these teams. They own the team.
Right.
Um, what do you think about that in the airsoft basis? So if you had a team and somebody was like, "Hey, I want to buy your team," what are your thoughts
No.
on that?
me
Are we,
personally, it'd be kind of hard.
are we still talking about on the same ruling of how the NBA runs it? Let's just go from right there.
I'm breaking my neck again.
Go with the Polar Star Jack. Just start off there real quick. There was a comment. Should I go with the Polar Star Jack or keep it AG? I say go HPA, but you can build a hell of an
HPA.
AG. But I want to hear that answer. I'm really interested.
Oh,
Go
all right,
ahead,
real quick.
Leo. I want to hear yours.
Are we still going on the same ruling of NBA?
Any
Well,
team,
NBA,
any main team
MLB,
that's owned. I mean,
any pro,
there's
any
these
pro
teams are-
team.
You got a mix. I bet you got a mixed feeling like I do. I have mixed feelings just because it's like when it comes down to it, airsoft and the team we have, we build our team off the basis of being just homies. We're just homies that just play things like that. At the same time, it's like, well, what if airsoft grew to that league? I mean, paintball teams, anything like that's gonna be owned.
Um, all right, I don't know who's moving around, but I'm gonna need you to mute yourself.
Can you mute him, Steve?
Mute who?
What? You can't mute me.
Brady.
Something was going on your end.
Oh,
Yeah. You were moving around a lot. Wow.
Okay, but even something
Um,
Bearded, Infamous Build said, talking about contracts.
Yeah, but
that's
you can
way too complicated.
buy people out of contracts. That's the sad part.
True.
I see it done all the time. But I mean, in the end game, as our team, at the end of the day, we're best friends.
Mm-hmm.
We want to play as a team. We want to play with our friends and all that. do you want to go to a franchise where they can be like, oh, even though you've played 5 years together, we're going to kick them off your team. We're going to bring this person in that's never played with you at all.
I agree, and that's the mixed feelings on it kind of thing. Which is so you would basically draft and trade if you started to go up to that kind of thing as
Yeah.
well. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree though. Money talks. What Jacob just said, money does talk. I mean, it's
Yes.
all hypothetical. It's all just, and ain't nobody trying to buy a PBZ, but at the same time, it's just hypothetical thought.
I I have mixed feelings about it. I really do. But, I mean, there's no other way around it. To be completely honest with you, I do have mixed feelings about it. Would we as a team have to sit down and look at it every single way? Absolutely. But at the same time, you would have to do, or I would see it as what would be better for the team and not so much as for myself.
But you also got to look at it as what's better for yourself too.
Oh, like, okay.
Yes, too.
In that same sense, it could only, in that same sense, if teams started to get bought out, and just for the sake of the argument, let's say Paducah buys out us, PVZ, Paducah boys, and they buy us out as a franchise team. At that same point, it could help you and hurt you in the same way.
Oh yeah.
If you're a person who's willing to dedicate his time, practice, and effort into it, it could only help you. But in the same sense, it also hurts those who don't dedicate the time as much, because Paducah or whoever buys it out is going to assign a head coach or a head guy or a guy that's going to be on the same level as our head coach, so that they can sit down and be like, so and so ain't pulling his weight. You got to tell him, he has the next couple of weeks of practice to pull his act together, or he's gone.
Getting benched.
Yeah. Exactly. So if you're willing to put in the practice time and hard work and hard effort, you're going to reap the benefits that you sow.
Oh yeah.
If you're not putting in that much practice time, but you're still trying to be, this, D1 star athlete, I mean, you can't get a cake without putting in the work to make it.
I agree.
I mean,
the thing that kind of gets me on that is how many times, and I've said it myself, so it's like, what would be ideal right now? I would love to play Airsoft full time, but that statement comes with things that are behind that statement. Either you're playing Airsoft full time, it means you're investing every dime, dollar, and energy into it, and you're not making anything back out of it. Then you're playing full time, and you're taking one step forward and two steps back in your life on that aspect. So when we say saying is playing full time, then you have to you got to be honest. You have to have a flowing income from that, whether it's a branch of your name, like whoever, think of like, I don't know, you can take it on as background skateboarding. Just think of like a skateboarder. It's like he plays on like skateboard players have sponsors as well. So say somebody plays for like skates for Baker or Alien or something like that. They're making money off their name as well, but they're also getting everything paid for to where they're going. They're getting their skateboards paid for, everything's paid for, so they can invest all that because they're not spending money on that. But at the same time, you can't work a full-time job and play it at the same time. It's either or.
Check out Houdini's comment. They keep pretty well.
I agree with what he says. It would become a job. Now we do have these are all hypothetical things. These are all just hypothetical thoughts. Just we're staring at the stars. You know. Anyways, yes, you would have a job basis to it, and at the same time, you would still have your out of job time basis of it. So it's like you'd still have time to mess with the homies, do all those sorts of things. Because I think of like, all right, well, we all go to work, but when we're not at work, we all what? We all go play Airsoft together. So you would still have your time of work with it, but at the same time, you might not want to. I mean, it's like going to work and I'm welding all day. The last thing I want to do is come home and weld. Like, I get that kind of thing. I don't know, it says hypothetical, because it's, where is Airsoft going? Where are we going to see this in, what is this, going in 2022? Where are we going to see this in 2030? These 10-year-olds, 11-year-olds that are playing, these are going to be grown folks, when they all start to come in. Where, could Airsoft really be seen? I mean, there was a point in time when speedball with paintball was not pro. They was just all out there shooting each other with paintballs. And next thing you know, now look at them.
Yeah. I get you 100% on it. I mean, then it'd be hard to separate myself from want to be with the team I'm with, because I mean, it'd be like, man, I'm with these guys, and then it'd be like, oh, I just got sold to California to another team, or to Florida. Then you got to worry about whenever you get sold to somewhere else. Is y'all were talking about it the other night on the podcast Thursday about how Florida don't allow
HPA.
HPA. So I mean, where up here we're all used to playing with HPAs, then you get sitting to move to Florida's team, and guess what? Now you got to go to an AEG because Florida won't allow you to run HPA.
Agreed, but but you would have that sponsor. It's not like you got to pay that out of pocket. That would be, something. If you're at that level, you would have sponsors by that, like the,
You'd have a full build gun.
Now, I understand where Jacob's come from. He said, Airsoft is a way for me to get out of my responsibilities temporarily and just have fun for a little bit. I wouldn't want to leave my job for just another job. I get what you're saying. Me, if I ever had the opportunity to play Airsoft full time, like that's what I did. Like everyone to me is just playing Airsoft. It would be a job. It's business, but at the same time, it's not a job. Like I get to do. That's like living a dream. You know what I'm saying? It's like people that go play basketball. They want to be basketball players, and then like, yeah, there's a lot of work into it. It is a job, but at the same time, a lot of them guys are like, this is what the hell I wanted to do. Like my whole life, like wanted to play basketball or a baseball player or something like that, like a pro.
Yeah.
It's like they're living their dream. It is a job. Yeah, I agree with that, but if brought by a big name, you wouldn't be welding. You would go there, and I would just. You will go. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, you would go where they wanted you to go, so on and so forth. I agree with that. But nonetheless, okay, great. But nonetheless, though, you would still have, and hell yeah, I wouldn't be welding.
Only welding you'd be doing is JP welding on your guns to weld your barrels and stuff together.
I wouldn't touch a welding machine.
But I mean, I see a lot of the pros and cons of if it did become paid and everything. But also, I think it'd be cool if your team does become pro. I mean, if you were able to just stick together and just be able to afford, maybe eventually make it where your teams pay for it together.
I agree. I mean, there's a lot of pros and cons to it. It's again hypothetical thoughts, and kind of like a see where it goes, kind of thing. But I don't know, man. I mean, let's get honest here for a second. If a contractor offered you $100,000 a year to play on a certain team, everything's paid for, yada yada yada. Think of that.
I'm sorry.
I'll be free with it. I make $20 an hour. I make like $37,000 a year. Now, if I tripled that, doing something I love to do, $100,000 a year. Think on that for a second. Would you take that? Yes, you would. I mean, getting pulled from a different team or like a contractor offers you $110,000. Hypothetically, just I mean, paintball players, maybe some good ones are making probably close to that, but that's
actually,
a lot of damn money.
I think the highest paid paintballer is like 75,000 a year.
So that's still high. Well, I guess it depends on their name too, merch and stuff like that. It's just hypothetical because I mean, it's eventually going to blow up to a certain level. I mean, there are always going to be the hobby of airsoft, no doubt. I mean, people play hobby basketball, hobby, riding a bike, hobby, yada yada yada. But
I mean, you'd be making $48 an hour.
$100,000 a year.
Yeah.
Yeah. $48 an hour is
for 40 hours.
Yeah.
That's 40 hours. So I mean,
well, that's not even that. I mean, you wouldn't be playing every single day, 8 hours a day. You'd be playing tournaments.
Well, I was
you'd be
playing
practice, things like that.
Paying $100,000 a year. I'm just saying towards. That's almost $2,000 a week. I mean, yeah, I'd understand going for that.
I don't know. I think it just eventually there'll be a professional league to it. I just do. I'd like to see it one day. I mean, I want to see it progress.
But I mean, then you come into you're going to have to get the refs that are not affiliated and are willing to call people out.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you'd have all professional stuff there. Yeah, I would agree with that. So even as the refs would be.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
On the competing part, I mean, think of this January tournament. I mean, we're going to spend the money to do things, stuff like that, but we're going to go to a tournament first of 2022, and we're going to, as of the moment, it's $500. So I'm going there with the team to play, to have fun, to vibe. But I'd be lying to you if I said I didn't also want the bragging rights and $500.
Yeah.
I'd be straight line. I know Esmond wants a cut of that. I know Esmond wants to. I mean, come on, let's be honest. Like we all want that. Like we all went into competitiveness on it. We all want. I mean, think of the East Coast tournament. Would we all go there for? What the hell did we show up there? Did we show up there to vibe and play? Sure, but what was our main focus? To win the East Coast Regionals tournament. That was a competitiveness. So when the horn blows, there is a seriousness to it. So there is a business to it. It's all business. As soon as the horn stops blowing, it's over. But I mean, that's a good thing in the competitive world, I mean, so if whoever wins and man, I'm rooting for everybody. Like whoever wins this tournament coming up, I mean, I hope it turns into $1,000 if we have 22 teams come out there. But let's just say, I mean, you played for money.
And I mean, one of the things I'd like to see is, are they just planning on just the top team gets 500 and that's it?
As far as I know, the winner gets it's 500. 22 teams. I think it's going up to 1,000. Now I don't know if that's changed, but last time, from my understanding, that was it. So if however you want to cut that with the sub, if the sub plays, however you want to go about it, but you think 5 players, so if it's 500, everybody wins $100. I mean, I know it's not a lot. Hell, I spend that in BBs and stuff like that just to play. But
well, that's not what I'm talking
everybody's
about.
getting cut.
I was talking about, are they going to do first place gets 500, second place gets?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think it's going to be the first place, so it's just 500, 100 apiece.
It's winner take all.
Each player. Yeah.
I think that'd be cool too. Is if you do a first place prize, a second place prize, a third place, because I mean, you're still the top 3 teams that won that.
He maybe now in January 6th we're all gonna have him on the PVZ podcast. So any of y'all that are still listening, next year, the first week of it, we're going to Ethan, the owner of Shot Zone, the one that's going to have all the control on saying what's going on with that tournament, will be on there with us. So we'll
Or
have
be something, or something I'd say would be cool is, yes, the first team got the $500. Maybe the second team got their fee back that they paid to get in, and maybe third team you give them
yeah.
something compensation like BBs or something that they shot out there. Just something kind of small that kind of, yeah, I didn't win the 500.
Getting third.
Do what?
Some type of reward, so you don't go home empty-handed.
Yeah, just something small. I mean, it's cool with Nashville that you get a poster that's hung on the wall.
Yeah,
But
you
I'd
get
like
bragging rights for anything for that. That's
I'd like to see stuff like with my daughter for her softball. They came in second, but they made rings that everybody got. I mean, then you got something to take home and hang up. I mean, the rings aren't much. That'd be something cool.
competitive speed soft league. It says, "What up, fellas? What's up, man?"
Oh, the CSL.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, I think it's just gonna progress a lot, and I think, I mean, a lot of things can progress. Not only just the sport itself, but the guns. I mean, we was at the beginning of this podcast, we was watching from the Atom one. It just looks like space wise, like it looks something out of a Starship Troopers movie. Like it's like
It's different.
it's different. So I mean, this is gonna grow, and we're gonna see this grow over and over. Technology is gonna keep going. Things are gonna go. Um, I don't know. I just want to see it. I want to see a lot out of it.
Oh
I
yeah.
mean, I don't think anybody was expecting Euro grips, and all of a sudden that came out.
Yeah, no kidding. And there was a lot of shade thrown at it at first. You know, a lot of people just like, yeah, what is that? It's a paintball gun. You know. And that drives me up a wall. I'm just gonna say it real quick. For the guys and girls, it's just like, you know, you got these Euros. Why don't you just go play paintball? They make replicas that shoot paintballs. All right, you can go on anywhere on a bunch of sites right now, and you can get an M4 looking gun. It's gonna be a replica and shoot paintballs. So we could use the same thing back as saying, well, why don't you go play paintball since you can have all of the same in paintball as well. So it's a lose-lose to that. There's a lot of shade thrown at us for those grips, but now they're blowing up. Like you said, I mean, people are hating on them first, and now look where they're coming. I say every, but a lot of people are getting them, and they're blowing up quick.
They're just
Defense is
convenient.
going to look more paintball gun vibe in the guns in the future. Yeah, I mean, we're already there. And I think it's going to continuously climb that direction.
I don't know.
A lot like paintball.
I feel like the regular style rifles will still be in play.
Definitely, it'll stay in
honestly
play.
will
Yeah,
be.
yeah, I would agree with that. But I
Like
think majority of people will start.
I feel
I
like
mean, I
this
would
is a
still be
good
using the regular style if I didn't have to play frontline. I only built a Euro so I wouldn't have to wear a backpack.
right. See what I'm saying? Like if you don't automatically come from paintball, or if you just aren't a frontline player who still likes his M4, you're gonna stick with the regular style. What's been going on for CQB? All this is allowing is for players to get more mobile and allow frontline players to stick with M4s and not having to worry about their backpacks being shot, or for paintball players to convert over to SpeakUB and get something that is, familiar to them. So like, yeah, I can see where it'll stay and it can go at the same time.
I see what you did there.
Hey, look at that nice shirt.
Eat, sleep, airsoft, repeat.
Yeah.
You know,
I think somebody
I never even got that. I never even got that shirt, even though it was my own. I never even got it. I don't even know if I still have that login.
Should still have it.
I think I do.
Was that the qualifiers?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
I think so, because I was already using a Euro at the time.
Yeah, because you're not there, Brady, and I had to take your spot that weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that now.
Look at Tristan's big ass forearms. Boy, you got some forearms on him. He do. He's stout. Y'all know who Tristan is. Tristan's on the very end down there in black next to me. I'm in purple. That boy's a stout.
Now I'm sitting here hiding.
It's good times.
Oh, yeah. It's pretty cool that I can do this with these pictures. Then pops up there.
Ready for
everybody.
Ready for Joker to draw some pictures from Shot Zone.
Yeah.
Dude, I think the picture I was made before I even had my first Euro.
Yeah, it was.
I think I was the only one. And I think that was my ERG, not even the ESG. I had the ERG first.
Yeah, because there was because your fill valve was always like poking you in the wrist or something.
Yeah, I had that donut on it.
Yeah.
Good times.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Good times.
That feels forever ago when it really wasn't.
It feels like, yeah. That's when Tristan was running the HTK shin guards. Is he still running those?
I'm not sure. Ripper said, I really wish there was a speed field closer. Bro, you are preaching to the choir. We literally, about every time we see each other, one of us says it.
Yeah.
We want it so bad to have one here.
You're beating a dead horse.
I wish I could find us a place that we could get into that would allow us to do it.
We want one so bad. If we had a speed field here close where we didn't have to travel like it, man, I ain't gonna front. You wouldn't even see me outside. No, I wouldn't even play outside. Over the last couple of months, I've become less and less fond of playing outside. I like to eliminate the elements of the wind, the mud, the rain.
We play every rain or shine. We play rain or shine closed.
Yeah, that's what we do. We have to literally take it. Our closest BQB field is Nashville, Tennessee. It's 2 hours from us. HTK is about 3.5, and then Shot Zone is a 4-hour drive. And we just drove to and back from Shot Zone Saturday.
An extra hour for me on all of those.
Yeah. So, Ray, you need to start just crash with somebody on the weekends we're going up.
Yeah, you crashed at Mason's house.
I've crashed at Steve's house a couple of times.
Mm-hmm.
I knew we were leaving early.
Shoot, we were supposed to Saturday, but that didn't happen.
Oh, dude, Saturday got all mucked up.
It did.
So I know there's one more, bro.
I was just happy it didn't rain the whole drive.
Speed Soft Australia, what's up?
We got Australia in the building?
Boys down under. Hey, Tristan thinks they're upside down right now. Remember?
Yeah. I remember that. The conversations we be having.
Man, we had a lot of new topics in that car ride.
Yeah,
Jesus.
that's how we always. That's part of it too. We get hella good vibes with each other. Just you know. Yeah, it sucks to have to travel so much just to have a speed field, man. Hopefully one day here in Paducah, man, we would love to because we've said it so much, man. We're like smack dab in the middle of this belt line of from SS coming up into Nashville, Paducah, HTK, Shot Zone. It's just a straight belt. If we could have one jump point right here, I have no doubt that it would blow up here even more. No speed fields in Arizona. Man, maybe y'all can. I mean, I'd like to see it out there too. Like, I think every. I mean, we'll grow, man. The sport's gonna grow more, and more people's gonna start seeing how addictive it really is. Um, I mean, I had somebody in my comments on another video yesterday. It was like he said he was strictly Milsim player, but he's like that looks badass just playing like that.
It's like Jacob. Jacob did like 2 scrimmages, and he's like, I can see why people love this.
Yeah, it's so competitive. It's so fun. Like,
He loves his Milsim, but he sees where we enjoy the speed soft. Rape, where are you from? He says it's a 2.5 hour drive to Nashville for him, so trying to kind of figure out where he's from a little bit.
I think he's in Louisville because he said from Louisville. He went to Mindia, Ohio. I think that's how you say it.
We got somebody from Georgia.
I love back from Kentucky up here. Well, and one in Tennessee. Brady down here is Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
We're over on the west coast of Kentucky. West Coast.
The
West
West
End.
Coast.
West End. So now you got me thinking West Coast over here. West End. How about that?
Almost close enough to push us into the river.
Yeah.
Either river, actually. Push y'all into the Ohio and me and Brady into the Mississippi. And Pops and them. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Louisville. Louisville has a badass skate park. I used to skate about, oh my god, it seems so long, about 16 years ago. And I went to Louisville skate park a few times.
So old.
We're getting old, Steve.
They let me know every single day. Braden multiple times a day. Like, he's like, you're old. I'm like, I'm not even old, dude.
I'm right behind you. We ain't as old as Pops, though.
Shit, Pop's still
I don't
gonna
even
do
know
it like
how
he's 15.
I know.
I told Pops he's going snake next time.
Yeah, speed soft field and outside. Yeah, I agree. I'd love to see one outside. We've talked to Preston about it, about may having one at ACS sometime, but if he ever bites on it, I don't know. We'll see. But we'd love to see one out there. That'd be awesome to play. Have the same setup. Be a lot of fun.
I still love playing on polished concrete though.
I don't know if I'm saying this right. I
that you played on?
was gonna say the
What'd you
last.
say,
I think it's CO. Somebody asked again. Should I get the P-Star Jack or just keep my gun as an AEG? It depends. I'm always gonna say go with an HPA. So the Polar Star Jack. I run one. I love it. I think Brady runs one. Esmond has one.
Dude.
James has one. They're awesome. AEGs can be really, really dope too. You can put
I can tell you
MOSFETs
that.
in them as Titans or Asters in them. 13-1 gears, shim them real well, good compression pistons, cylinders, all that good stuff. You can make them really nice. Put max triggers in them, so they're a max trigger is basically the equal to a speed trigger just in the AEG world. So you can make them really fast, you can make them really good. It's you're gonna spend the money if you want to make your AEG if you want to build up your AG because you don't want to spend any money for HPA, the time you really get done, you might be just a little shy of what it would have costed you for an HPA.
Yeah.
And that's a
That's
tank,
what happened to me.
regulator, and engine.
I had a DSG built, and what Steve said is exactly right. I had enough money in it. I could have just bought an HPA.
Yeah, it's. I mean, you're
I mean,
just.
I had it.
Man,
Everything was stripped out. It was fully built as a DSG, and like it was great. It shot really good when it actually worked. But because when you get all that money in there, and if something is just barely off, everything will mess up.
yeah.
And it'll lock up, and you gotta fix it. You gotta pull it all apart. It's a pain.
Yeah, see, that's I haven't spent tons of money into an AEG to say like I mean I know parts and things like that to say what it might cost, but that's the way I'm taking it. It's about the same. Uh, by his comments, yeah, infamous bearded airsoft said it's money either way. I did both and they cost me about the same. Yeah,
Yeah. I
so.
don't. I don't want to know how much I had in mine.
But I mean, some AGs are cool. It's just the reason I got away from it is I just fell in love with HPA once I played with it, and I'm just not a fan of the sound of AGs. It's just the sound that kind of gets me off.
Oh, buddy got a good old cry crack over there.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, what you know about that cry crack?
Good old cry crack.
What's up, Speed Stopper, Australia? I see you say what's up, guys, again. Hey, man, we just chilling, we just vibing, we just talking with people in the comments, just hanging out with the team. Had a little coffee, now we're talking airsoft.
Cry crack killed a lot of people.
DSK said, "I can't wait to this tournament in January." Man, we are hype, bro. Like I'm, we're all pumped over here. We can't wait to it gets here. I'm ready to get Christmas over. I'm ready to start 2022, and see what we do with airsoft, man. I know we've all talked about going different places. We ain't really got a schedule yet. I know a couple of us were talking about it, maybe the last week's podcast about maybe making a schedule. Where we're going and kind of line it out so we know where we're going each month. SS is somewhere I want to go. Definitely, I want to hit them up.
I love to go to SS one time.
Yeah, I just one team that we really like is Slaughter Gang. We watched them play Saturday on our way back from Shot Zone. They was competing at SS in Atlanta, and I know that their field is 40 by 100. So it's smaller. It's pretty compact. You can find them on YouTube as well. It's SS Airsoft, so you can go see their field. There's a lot of places where we want to go, but that one for sure. I feel like there's a lot of competitiveness there, and I think we have something to bring to the table ourselves. Yeah, a lot of people seem to like these gorillas. I know Esmond's got one, and so does Brady now has one.
I have not messed with it barely any. I have no idea what half of it does.
So you got a 15-hour drive. Okay, yeah. So you're out of Florida, aren't you?
15-hour drive.
15-hour drive. So yeah, that sounds like deep Florida, mid Florida.
Yeah.
Or Pennsylvania. No. It was 14 from Pennsylvania to Nashville. But
More
I'm jumping off here. I'll see y'all later.
All right, bro. You have a good one, man. I appreciate you coming on here with me.
All right. See you later, Steve.
All right, man.
See you, Brady. See you.
See ya.
Yeah, it's.
I love this thing, but I also hate it.
Yeah, we've been rocking tonight, man. I think we're This thing started a few minutes after 6, man. I appreciate all y'all kind of hanging out with us for the last 2.5 hours.
Committed.
It's nice to have people steady on the channel and stuff. This is, and obviously y'all are on mine and not the PBZ one. It's nice to see some of the same guys from y'all are subbed to us over on the PBZ channel and over here on me. I really appreciate all y'all support, for real. There's a lot more content I need to bring to y'all too, man. Like I want to do gun reviews and stuff, but I don't have anybody. Like I gotta go buy a gun or buy a part to actually review it, which sucks. I'd like to bring a lot of that more to the channel.
I'm ready to start getting gameplay footage. I tried to do that once and it got shot in the first game.
Try to get what? Game footage?
Yeah.
Hey man, just record, hell.
Shoot. Remember that last GoPro I had? I played like one game of Breach and it got shot out.
Hey Houdini, you have a good night, man. Appreciate your time with us as well. Always appreciate it.
What's
But
Esmond doing? What he?
I'm gonna bring this to an end on the actual stream. Again, I really appreciate all y'all support on this channel. If y'all are not subbed to us over on the PBZ channel, y'all make sure y'all do so. Catch the podcast there. It's usually me, Brady, and Esmond are usually on there for the most part. Make sure y'all come over there. It's PBZ Airsoft. Give us a like, sub, all that good stuff, man. Show the homies some love. I'll be back on this one. We'll be doing this one consistent here on this channel as well next Monday. So it'll always be Coffee and Airsoft. Hey man, I appreciate that, man. You said I think this has been the best Coffee and Airsoft so far. I really appreciate that. I really do. But I'm gonna get off here. I'm sure Brady is ready to go, and so is E. E seems to be having technical problems, anyways. But again, really appreciate y'all. Hope to catch y'all next weekend or next Monday. Excuse me. Y'all be good.